Alright people, what's going on? Denonu here. Sorry I'm late with this video, but I had to pretty much decide how I was going to do things. And so this is finally going to be my setup video. I'm recording this with my phone. I think I have like the Note 4. And I'm apologizing ahead of time if, you see a lot of this going on and a lot of jerkiness and stuff, but I'm holding it with my hand as I'm talking to you guys. So this is my new computer case. All my, new parts is already in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to break down my system first, everything in it, the reason why I chose certain things, and then I'm going to show my setup, my desk space, and how I have things and everything set up as far as my gaming computer experience and all that stuff, and how my setup is. So the reason why I bought this case is because you have a lot of this. Like, you got all of this in here. A lot of space in between here. My older case, the hard drive, I don't know whatever you call it, but the hard drive area here, the case would stop like right here. So I would have to bunch all of these wires and stuff in a space that's like this big right here. So I didn't need to have another case, but I wanted another case. I wanted something that I could actually put money into and actually, get something for my money long term. I wanted to buy a case, and I was like, I don't want to have to buy a case again after I buy this. So that was the reason why I got this. Now, I've been using this. I didn't just put everything in here. That was actually probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. So now that I have everything in here, everything is set up. Everything is actually performing beautifully. Had no problems whatsoever. I even like the way everything was set up once I got all my drives in here. See, as you guys can see, I got some here. Also got, let's see if I can get closer, got 2 down here as well. I'm probably going to fill this up with hard drive space, because in between each one of these gaps here, like here, here, down like that, I can actually put different hard drives in those things too. And I'm probably going to do that in the next couple years. But here's the new graphics card. Let me see if I can remember the name of it. The �G𝐢𝐤𝐞 GTX 980 G1 Gaming Edition. That's what that is. I got that. And my older graphics card, which I believe is a GTX 770. They're not in Sly or anything like that. I don't do a lot of the combining the graphics cards and everything. So, like, I see a lot of people when they buy high-end graphics cards, they like to buy 2 different cards that are the same, put them in there. But me, I've never actually got into that. Never had a reason to get into that. So I just like to have 2 graphics cards. You guys are going to see why in a later video. Well, not in a later video, but in when I actually cut it and actually get to the show and the setup and everything. I basically chose these because I wanted to run every game on the market, and money wasn't an option. I got some tax money back, and I was like, you know what? Let me upgrade. So money wasn't an option. So I went with the biggest thing on the block that I could find that could fit what I needed, to get without spending $1,000, and that was this. I think that cost me what, like $550, $560, somewhere around in there. Been loving the hell out of it. Still have yet to actually get a PC game that I can actually try to actually do something with it. Because a lot of the PC games that I got, they're either old or I have like all the shooters and stuff I play is mostly on console, so I haven't picked up like Battlefield or anything like that because I'm not a fan of Battlefield 4, and I just haven't really tried anything else as far as anything that could really push it. I know I'm getting The Witcher 3. That's going to be the first game I do on it. Really when I push it. The next thing I can probably get is the power supply down here. It's only a 650. I want to get something bigger in there, maybe like a 800 watt, 900 watt power supply. Nothing really basic, but I know I have a lot of stuff in here, and I want something a little bit more. Even though that seems to be working just fine for right now, but I know as I go forward, I want to have a lot of stuff. Another reason why I like this case and my setup here is you got a lot of internal fans. You got 1 here, 2 here. In front of here, there's 1, 2. And this case it keeps everything nice and silent. That was one of the reasons why I bought it. As you guys can see here, this is the side panel. It has like a felt thing to it. It makes these things like heavy as hell. These things are like 15, 20 pounds each. But it has like a felt soundproof lining on the inside there that is extremely useful. Because one of the problems, another reason why I had with my older case is this CPU fan makes a lot of noise. And when I'm recording using my mic and everything, the excess noise would get picked up by the mic. So I would always have to use I forget, it's this one program, I think it's called Speed Fan, that lets you lower your fan speeds on your computer and whatnot. So I would always have to turn my fans down, raise my temperatures up in order to actually record videos. So now I don't have to do that. So I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. The only downside I have about this case, and I think I even said it in my video, is that this case is big. And it is very big. I guess I have a standard size desk. I don't know how, standard the desk size is, but this case goes all the way to the floor, all the way up to the top of my desk right here. That's like, this is the amount of clearance I have at the top of this case. So when I'll go to plug in things like this, see the USB connections right here? Normally I keep the front of my case probably this far back. Like, this is the front of the desk right here. And I normally keep it probably like right here, the front of the computer. So by me only having like two fingers of clearance, it's hard to plug in, the USB devices, because instead of being plugged in on the front, like right here, they're plugged in on the top right here. So it kind of makes that difficult, but it's not that big a deal, because once I plug them in, they're rarely getting unplugged. So, all right, now I'm going to cut the video here, and we're going to jump in, and I'm going to walk you through my entire setup of my external devices, meaning PlayStation 4, Xbox, and all that. And I'm going to show you guys how it hooks into my PC. And then we're going to show how it gets kicked out to, my desktop and things like that. So I'll be right back, guys. All right, fellas, we're back here. Sorry about that. But, and I'm also sorry about my AC. I know my AC unit is like probably a little bit over here on the floor. So I don't know. I'm assuming it's going to come in on the sound. So I apologize for that. But, as you guys can see, this is my 360. PlayStation 4. This is my audio receiver. This is where I output the sounds to, I'm not going to show them in this video, but I got surround sound speakers and two really big ass subwoofers that I use in my room here. And that's what, all the audio gets sent to at the end of the day. This gets the audio kicked out to the speakers. But first, it has to come from one of these. And how I have them set up is, I know in the back here, I have the gameplay. Normally I could get two HDMI cables to plug in to here, but since I really only game, one at a time, I just normally just switch the HDMI cable to whatever I plug it into. I used to have my PlayStation 3 right here, but that's in that's in an entertainment room, so that's not currently here. But I know I plan to get an Xbox One as soon as I can justify buying one. But I know that's also, I'm just going to stack them, one on top of the other, old school, once I do get one. But anyway, the video and audio from the games I record, that comes from the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox. And this runs actually to my capture card, which is in the back of my computer. And I think that's the, I want to say, I used to use the AverMedia, it was the AverMedia card before AverMedia got popular. So now I upgraded to the AverMedia, I think it's called the Live Gamer HD. It's the internal, PC capture card, not the little Hapag box thing that they have, because I know that's popular too. But it goes into that, and then it gets to my computer. And I do that for the, no matter which system I'm recording, no matter what it is, if it's not PC, I record using that. Now, once that goes over to the computer, it comes back over here through the sound. That's what this is here. This is my optical cable. This is where all of my PC sound gets kicked back out to. And normally this used to be running through my my surround sound system here. However, I have it running through this little box here. Now, this is the receiver box for my Turtle Beach PX5s. And let me just set that down for a sec. That is these right here. I've been gaming with these for pretty much the past, ever since they came out. I'm assuming it's like 3, maybe 4 years ago now. I'm loving the hell out of them. If these ever did break, I would go out and try to buy another pair of Turtle Beach headsets that's just as equivalent or as close as I can get to it. I probably got to buy new ear cups though. These are like worn out all the hell. So, but as far as the headset, really liking that. But I'm gonna explain the reason why I do that when I get to that point. Now, the audio gets sent to here, and it's pretty much using this as a pass-through, and then it comes out of here. That's what this black cable is. It plugs into my surround sound. Then I can, turn up the speakers, do whatever, kick out the audio how I wanted to get kicked out. But this is my actual setup here. Let me pull back the way you guys can see it. Once I had everything all hooked up, excuse my dirty top shelf there that's cluttered with items, but this is my gaming setup. As you guys can see, I got the one big TV, that's a 48-inch television, and then I got 4 monitors on either side. Now, this is something that you really don't necessarily need for gaming, because it's not really going to help as much. I mean, it's not going to benefit you in any kind of way. It's not going to be one of those things where it's like, okay, I have to have 5 monitors in order to game better or whatever. This is just personal preference. I started out back in the day with 1, then I got 2, then I got 3, and then I got 2 more, and I'm probably going to put, I can even put 2 more right here. I don't know how I would do it, but I would have to get 2 more extension arms and then mount like 1 right here and then 1 right here. But that's, that's pretty much overkill. I don't have to do it. But one thing I do like with this setup, and I'm going to show you guys why I decided to do it, is if I can film and use my computer at the same time here. Let me move, Snowball. Okay. Normally when I record, I record in a very quirky setup, to say the least. As you guys can see, not just hardware-wise, but software-wise. I know that AverMedia Live Gamer HD, that comes with a recording software that I've probably never used. Only because I got used to recording it when I used the older AverMedia card, and I think it's so old it didn't even have a name. It was like the DVR, it was like the AverMedia PV, DVR, something like that. So it didn't even have a name to it. This is before they got as popular as they are now. And it was like one of the first HD 1080 30 frames per second capture cards that was out there when I got it. Now this was, I'm going back 5 or 6 years when I started YouTube. So, but I didn't like the software that they used. It was really shitty. It was slow. It was cumbersome. It wasn't a well-oiled machine like I wanted it to. It slowed things up. So I would use a third-party program to capture the video. Not just to capture the video, but I would use a third-party program to view the gameplay. I'm going to show you guys in this video as soon as I finish rambling here. And I use another program to see the video picture, and then I use another video to actually capture the video picture. And how I do that is this. Let me show you guys while I'm telling you here. Normally when I sit down and play a game, right? First thing I do is this. I switch to television. Go to input 2. That's what the game normally goes on. Then over here, I use, pull it up here. And I think this is a free program. As soon as I think it actually launched on my main monitor. Let me see if I can drag it over. See if my memorization skills, come on. Come on. Don't make me switch back to the television. Okay, screw it. Sometimes I can get it to work where it, I can find out where it is and click on it and drag it back, but see, here it goes. Let me drag this up here. Now let me switch this back. And this program is Media Player Classic. That's what this is. And Well, I wish I could, let me do this, the way you guys can see it better. Okay, this is a media player classic. This is a, for lack of a better term, it's a video player. It's like VLC, it's like Windows Media Player, anything like that. However, you can set it up a certain way to where it can pull inputs like webcams, capture cards, things like that. And that's what I normally use to display the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox. So let me turn on my PlayStation here. And then I already have it set up, so I just gotta tell it to open up, you know, the input device. And close this. And bam, that's my PlayStation, as you guys can see. Put in my password here, if I can do it with one hand. Alright. As you guys can see, you know, that's my PlayStation. Now, once I get it on this, I can go through and, you know, minimize it, do whatever. It's on my PC at this point, you know. But normally, I'll take that, and this is what I will capture the gameplay from. And I capture it using this program here. Let me see, as soon as it opens it up here. And I have that over on this monitor here. This program here is called Bandicam. It used to, I used to use Fraps way back in the day. However, Fraps had, it would give me a lot of desyncing issues and things like that. And after, let's say, 2 or 3 years of using Fraps, I pretty much stopped using it. You know, I stopped using it cold turkey and started using other programs, other things like that to try to find another program, because I loved Fraps for the quality, but it would like, you know, over time, you know, like I guess with a fewer updates, it would desync my videos and things like that. So I got tired of messing with that, jumped on Bandicam, and this was, I want to say, when I started doing commentary, so that was probably 2 or 3 years ago. And Bandicam was, it was similar to Fraps. It had a little bit more extra features, but I know over the years, they've been updating it, you know, a hell of a lot to where it's now actually a fully functioning program, and I really do like it, and I'm actually paid and actually bought it. Because I'm not going to lie, when I first had it, I was, you know, I torrented the hell out of it, I downloaded it, used it, and it impressed me so much, I actually went up and actually bought the program for it. So I know I'm normally that kind of person where, like, if I buy something, I want to support the people who make it. So I bought it, used it, and I use it faithfully. I love that program. I would buy it again. That's how much I like it. It makes everything simple. I can capture gaming videos like this, like computer games and stuff like that from the screen. And I can also capture like screen captures, pictures. I can create like a little box I can make to, you know, to capture just a portion of the screen. You can do a whole lot with it now. You can even embed your little picture-in-a-picture webcams and stuff like that. So I know I'm probably going to get into that a little later once I do face cams and stuff like that more regular. But anyway, normally I keep the main gameplay on the TV here, and then I have what I capture here. Now the reason why I have that is because back in the day when I started, I used to have, let's say I used to have not one monitor. I've always had at least 2 starting YouTube, but there was one point in time when I want to say my one monitor broke, and all I had was a TV, not this one, but my older TV. And what I used to do was I would put the screen on like this on the TV, and then switch the inputs, and then game on the TV, and then just press the record button on the keyboard to actually record. And what that actually did was I noticed that as I was, watching the game and actually recording it, when you record on one screen, I don't know if this happens in general or if it's just the monitor that I had or whatever back in the day, but I would have input lag. I would have like 3 to 4 seconds of, well, not 3 or 4 seconds, maybe about 2 to 3 seconds of input lag on my, not on what I was seeing, but on like with the controller. Like I would, be playing like Halo 3 or something like that, right? And I'll be moving the stick back and forth, but on my screen, it would take like 2 seconds for it actually to show me, you know, my reaction to it. And that's why now ever since then, I've always had 2 monitors. That fixed that problem. Because I don't know what it is, but when you record, your video at the end of the day, your recorded video wouldn't be playing slow, but it would be playing, you know, it will play just fine, but when you're playing the game, you would have that input lag, and that would bug the hell out of me. And I think that was back in the day when I had a HDMI splitter coming from the game consoles over here. I would have a splitter that would have an HDMI splitter, and then I would send one splitter to the TV, and the other splitter would go to my capture card where my computer is. And it was a pretty good setup for what it was, but, you know, like I said, I had to fix it. I had to fix it, and ever since then, I've had 2 monitors. Now, normally, what I normally do is I capture just like this. I'll have the game over here. I'll play over here. I can do whatever. Don't have no input lag whatsoever. TV's fine. And over on these 2 screens, I'll have, let me open it up here. All right, it should be coming up now. All right. Over here, I would have, normally I would keep Skype right here. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse right here, but over here, I would normally keep Skype right here, and I would leave that open, talk to other YouTubers, things like that. And over here, I would normally, like in this file window here, I would normally keep, you know, all of my files right here. All of these, let me get a little bit closer. All of these are basically my gameplay folders for all the different games that I've played. And every time I start a recording, or let's say play a certain game, I would always, you know, open up the folder. And then let's say like if, let me actually see where this is going. That way I can show you guys better than I can tell you guys. So, all right, here we go. So like if I wanted to record this screen right here, like if I hit the record button, see that new file that just popped up there on the bottom? That's why I keep that window open. That way I can always, let's say like if I'm playing a game, I can always cut my eye over to the left and notice that it's counting up right there because I'm actually recording it, and the file will be right there actually recording. So that's why I have that there. And if need be, on a very rare basis, if I get stuck in a game, I'll take my my web browser window and bring it over to this monitor here. So I'll have like a window open, and this will be blown up, and I'll be on like GameFAQs or wherever in between. Let's say like when I cut the video at a loading screen or something like that. If I run into a place where after I tried like a few times and it don't work and I fail at a game, I'll bring that up on this screen. So that's what I have this screen up here for. And then if I'm doing anything else, like if I have sometimes I'll have like Audacity running if I'm recording using that, which is very rare. I know Bandicam does damn near everything I wanted to do. So, but if I'm doing anything else, like you know, like if I was webcamming with somebody, or let's say like sometimes I know a friend of mine who does YouTube, he likes to live stream a lot. So if I'm playing a game with him, I'll keep his live screen up over here so that I can let him know if it's fucking up or if it's slow, or, you know, so I can always let him know what's going on with his live stream as I'm talking to him. So that's what I normally use for that. So it's not, you know, like I said, you don't have to have it the game like that. I mean, you know, you don't have to have a 5-monitor setup, but I love it. There is no words that can describe how much I like it. It is definitely an eye catcher. You know, people have been impressed when they, you know, when they come in my setup and actually look at it and see it. It is definitely an eye catcher like anything else. And I know normally every time I upgrade my computer or I change something with it, I always give my computer a different name. So I haven't named it yet now that I've made all these newer changes, but I definitely do like it, and having the multiple monitors makes everything so much easier. That way I don't have to multitask and actually lower this program to raise up this one and everything like that. So, but like I said, everything comes from over here. Then it gets dumped on my PC. Then it goes back to the surround sound system. And then that kicks it out to the big speakers like right here. I know I got 4 surrounding ones, but also got this one right below my desk, and all of the sound pretty much gets kicked out through that. And I love this speaker. I mean, it's like one of the greatest. I didn't buy this speaker. This was actually, you know, given to me by a relative, but I actually do like this speaker, and I am very happy with my purchases so far. So I'm gonna try to keep everything in order. In the description of this video, you're gonna probably see, I'm gonna try to go back through my purchases and actually label everything. So if you guys want to know what kind of memory I have, what kind of graphics cards I have, I know I mentioned it, but I'm gonna try to throw everything down there in the description of the video so you guys can see it and check it out. And, you know, if you want to, buy one of these parts for yourself, I'm gonna try to do that. So it's gonna be a lot of stuff down there. Also down in there, I'm gonna have my video links, as always, Twitter, Facebook, all that kind of sort of stuff. If you want to talk to me, hit me up on those. I mean, I read them. It goes right to my phone. I know I don't have a lot of followers when it comes to that kind of sort of thing, but I'm trying to develop my own, community for my channel and everything like that. So, hell, even, kick a PlayStation Network ID my way. I don't mind gaming with new people, and I don't mind making videos with, with certain subscribers. And, if you guys can help me playing through the game that I'm playing, I have no problem doing that. So, thank you guys for watching. And if you guys want to see more like this, let me know. Comment down there in the comment section. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, y'all.